If collecting is your love,
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 SIG Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
Call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting is your love,
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 SIG Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
Call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting is your love
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 Sig Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint.
Hola, ¿qué pasó? It is Friday. Sumo is starting very soon. Very excited about Sumo. You should be excited about Sumo too, because Ionishiki could be getting his Yokozuna nod sooner than later. Don, me lord, Crystal, Kate, Mrs. the Breaker. Hello, Mel. Hello, Jimmy. It is nearly baby time. We are excited for that. Doug in 0 seconds, 1 sec. I forgot I have to talk in 0 seconds and 1 second now. 0. Oh, 0. Oh, yeah, because you're a cyborg now. That's right. We had a good meeting today. I am a little sidetracked. Talked about WonderCon, talked about Comic-Con Revolution. What up, Don? Why the shield was so fun to paint? Because it was really chunky with the oil paint. He had a lot of fun giving it layers and looks and all those goodies. That is why it was fun to paint. It was only like 30 minutes instead of an hour 10. What up, Bolt? Love you, man. Hellbolt, it is not as exciting as you'd think. Trust me. Trust me. It's no fun. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes it's fun. Not often, though. So, we have robots for sale. Some of the big hits are behind me. Most of the cozies are not behind me.
We have some sports ball cards that include some fighting. And other than that, we have nothing. We do have a Paul Maitland project coming up, but that's probably going to be for the con. We'll see. It is very English, very British. I think all of you will approve. Paul is... Oh, I can't talk about the other thing. I actually had a phone conversation with Paul today. I'm not allowed to talk about it. Because there's secret stuff in there. It's true. It's like, what, a 1 in 8 chance? 1 in 8 chance, I think. 1 in 10. How many are there? I don't know how many there are. There's 12. So you have a 1 in 10 chance. You have a 10% shot. And if you buy 10 of them, you have a 100% shot. That's how I read it. That's how my math works. That's how my math works. I think that's how all math works. I think in this case, it's not just my math. I think it's everybody's math. I want to take a nap. I need to open the app on my phone because I realized I couldn't see if you guys got something even if you did now. I've reset my phone 4 times today. 3 of those have been in the last hour and a half. All right. I got all the orders. Here we go. That is actually 8 minutes ago is when I reset it again. That's why I was a minute and a half later than I normally am for the stream. And of course I had to sit there just now and wait for it to cycle all the way through. Now it seems to be working. Now you guys can order things and I don't have to stall anymore. So, it's Friday. 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today is WonderCon. If you're not excited, then you're not paying attention. WonderCon is going to be fun. Now, I heard this rumor, and this is for more or less the locals. So if you're local, you need to hear this. Buying tickets to WonderCon will now allow you to enter the pool for getting San Diego Comic-Con tickets. Yeah. I, as you know, don't want to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I don't like the way we were treated last time. I'm hoping that was a phase, but I'm not going to go this year. I'm going to wait for people to tell me how it is. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, Don. A little bit of both, Don. Don was pointing out how huge these Sabres defensemen were, and quite possibly the tallest aggregate height of all defensive units in the NHL. My guy Sapulros, if he's here, will be able to do that math and figure it out since he knows everything and I know little. But yeah, I think everybody's like 6'3" and above. Last year was awful. So that is cool. The Bills cut 4 former starters today to open up some salary cap space. Rumor has it, soon to be new Papa Josh Allen will be taking a huge restructure and take some of his base salary as signing bonus, freeing up maybe $10 or so million for the Buffalo Bills to play with. There seems to, I mean, first of all, we have the worst cap in the league. We're over by like 20 million. So that's going to help alleviate how much we were over. But people like guaranteed money, and we have enough players that will start, that we'll give guaranteed money to restructure, that I have a feeling DJ Moore was not the last big get. I have a feeling we're going to be doing a little bit of shopping. We cut 2 members of the secondary. 3 members of the secondary. 3 members of the secondary. So I have a feeling we're either going to buy somebody to go into the secondary, or we are going to be drafting heavy in the secondary. So that means the Sabres looking for a wall defensive player. I could be a wall. Hellbold, you could be a wall. And there's one saying that we always had in Mixon. No, we don't need a running back. We have the best running back in the league. Cook won the running back title last year. So we're good there. He just signed a big old fat contract. We had a saying in hockey, or at least we did. I don't know if everyone did, but big players carry big sticks. So the taller your defenseman, the more wood they carry on the ice. And that allows for more blocked shots and a longer reach. Never more evident than when they drafted Tyler Myers out of good old Katy, Texas. At 6'7", I think it was. And I met the guy in person. I've met the tallest player in the league at the time, which was a tie between Myers and I want to say Zdeno Chara. They're both the same height. Don't quote me on that. And the shortest player in the league, which at the time was Nathan Gerbe. I happened to meet them both at the same time. I hung out and had some beers with both of them at the same time, though I'm not going to tell you when, because maybe one of them was under the age of 21. But I digress. Tyler Myers, the one thing that struck me about Tyler Myers is how skinny he was. Now, this was like 13 years ago, 12 years ago maybe. But when he was drafted, he was super tall, but man, oh man, Tyler Myers was thin. He looked a lot bigger in pads. Seeing him in a t-shirt and dress pants, not a thick human. Gerbe, on the other hand, was a man of short stature, coolest, most level-headed dude you could talk to. Just absolutely loved he was wearing a barn coat, and he had the lettuce flowing from his hat, and he was a glory to be seen. Good conversationalist too. Loves to talk hockey, the sport, not necessarily the players. Good times. I had a lot of fun when I used to be able to hang out with the Sabres. But that is a long, long time ago. Half of those guys aren't even in the league anymore. But yeah, as a matter of fact, Tyler Myers just got sent to Dallas. I believe Dallas has acquired Tyler Myers, so he's headed close to home for the end of his career. He wants to play near mom and dad. Good for him. He was a quiet guy, not very talkative. Gerbe, Ennis, those guys were talkative. Goose, super talkative. Connolly talked a lot. Roy talked a bunch. Ryan Miller hated being famous. Ryan Miller just wanted to play hockey, didn't want the fame to go with it, didn't want people to talk to him, didn't want people to bother him. He just wanted to just be famous, or not be famous. He wanted to play hockey and not be famous. That was Ryan Miller. But anyway, I hung out with the entire team on numerous occasions. All right, folks. Enough talking about hockey. There is, in addition to the things that I already have behind me, I could, if you were so inclined, I could do another blood break. Trying to think how spicy I could make it. Could add that, but that would, I think that would add like five, let's see. It'd add about $5. It'd be about 25 bucks to add another auto as opposed to 21. Let me do the math. So I've been here for about an hour and a half. No, about 2 hours almost. Just about 2 hours. And you can't see it from where you are, but this office where I'm sitting, this studio is so much cleaner now. I filled an entire garbage. Look, I can show you the garbage. It's full. I filled the entire garbage, straightening up. I was proud of myself. Mrs. the Break will tell you I hate cleaning. I'm awful at it. I would live in a pigsty if the pigs would have me. Spoilers, they won't. Hey, what's up, T-Bone? Lee, hey, look, everybody, it's T-Bone. Hey, buddy. We were just talking about some hockey. Now, notice it's not Trevor's hockey cards. It's Trevor's baseball cards. So do not ask Trevor any questions about hockey. I was just looking to see if we could piece together, I know a little. Oh, there you go. If I could piece together a cool little TWBB. Let's go 120, 72, that's 192, 192, by 7. Oh, that would be like a $28. It raises it like $7. That's not as fun. Honky. Yes, I am. Blind still needs to take pics of all his honky carts. Donkey hockey sounds great. Hockey on donkey back? Interesting. Is it still on ice, though? That's what I want to know, Hellbolt. If you're riding on the back of a burro, is it still on ice? Gretzky's still good. Oh, he's fantastic. Yeah, he is actually leading the league in points historically currently. He currently is the all-time point leader. That's how good Gretzky still is. Doesn't have goals, though. Alexander Ovechkin has the most goals in history. But boy, oh boy, pretty far away for points. Yummy. You know, I was not tired until the moment I hit the go live button. I had been in here listening to my book and busting my little tuchus, getting things straightened out in here. And now that I've sat down and hit the play button, I'm tired. Watched hockey in the early 90s? Yeah, that's when it was cool. It's getting cooler again now that the Sabres are good. Hockey was bad while they were bad. Hockey is, that's Mrs. the Breaker's right. That is true. Hockey is awesome when you get to go live. When you get the smell of the ice and the cheer of the crowd and the loud noise that your home arena has for their goal. Yeah, the arena vibes. That's what they are. Oh, by the way, who likes my beach vibe shirt? Ugh. Mrs. The Breaker bought one for me, and not only did she buy it for me, she bought one for Jimmy. We have matching shirts, and yep, Jimmy and I are wearing the exact same shirt right now. Hockey is the best sport there is. Football is stop and go boring. Except you're wrong, but that's okay. I was going to research and how much it would cost to climb Mount Fuji and stay in one of the stations for a 4-hour nap. Are you allowed to climb Mount Fuji? I thought that was a sacred mountain that only certain people are allowed to climb. That's why there's very few photos from off the top of Mount Fuji. Football is played on the gridiron. Hockey is played on ice. That is the answer to your question. I even had a nice green tea. Football is played in Germany, England, Australia, Turkey, Mexico, Canada, the United States. Where was the other country that just got football? Technically, those hockey versions are different. Hockey is not the same in Europe as it is in the United States. The rink size is different. The rules are different. So technically, by that definition, hockey is different in each country. So, just throwing that out there. Although I fully embrace punting on third down, and I think that should be added to American football. Truly. Now, if you want to talk about the greatest sport on earth, that's actually football. Because the rules are the same everywhere you go. And it is played everywhere. So we are both wrong. It is football. You can pick up an NHLer and put him in another league. If you can pick up an NHLer, first of all, you have a very strong back. And second of all, how far will you have to carry them from the NHL to actually put them into another league? Are you carrying them over water? Are you carrying them while on the plane? Do they allow you to carry a person while flying on a plane? I don't know that I would ever want to pick up an NHLer. Although, actually, come to think of it, I have picked up an NHLer. I have lifted Tyler Ennis off the ground and carried him. So, technically, I have picked up an NHLer. Carrying them when I'm splitting hairs. See? Soccer can be lame all you want. It's still the world's #1 sport on the planet. I mean, it's indisputable. Indisputable. All 165 pounds, generous. Sappouros. I knew him when he was a rookie. He was a $140. He was a $140 soaking wet. So because it's the cheapest and easiest to play means it's not as good as other sports. Okay, well, swimming is free, but that's still a sport. Doesn't cost much to get a ball. Who's splitting hairs now? Does off-road truck racing count as a sport? Absolutely. Yeah, it does, and anybody wants to argue with that, I want you to strap them into one of those $125,000 buggies, send them over the dunes with a map, and tell them to come back in 500 miles. One good tuner deserves another? Well, if we're talking tuners, I would like a Sylvia from Japan. Good old inline 6 right side drive. That is the tuner. If we're going to talk tuners, I'll take the Skyline. That is the old inline 6. That's the tuner I'm taking. Trevor's like, yeah, the person would go over the top of their dune, they would roll over once, and they would like get me out of this vehicle. I'll take a tuner fish. I do like tuna fish. I haven't eaten that in a very long time. But I have fond memories of eating tuna fish. Not like, I don't like tuna fish salad like that. I just like, actual just tuna fish. It's flavored tuna fish with a fork and nothing else. Trevor's the most hardworking man I know. How many hats are you wearing now? 80, 90? T-Bone has so many hats that he actually just wears a rack on his shoulders that carries all of the hats. But when he is out at races, he has to take it off because he'll blow completely away when it catches the wind from the dunes. Off-road racing is not a sport. Now strap me into one of those buggies and let me go. I'm being sarcastic. I would love to off-road race. Does the hat wear a hat? Oh, goodness. I think only in France because it's mandatory that it's a beret. And if you're wearing a hat, you have to put a beret on your hat. I think that's the only state that his hat has to wear. Country that his hat has to wear a hat. Don's like, that's not a sport. Get me in the car. I would, man. Oh, goodness gracious. You're telling me I'm nearly indestructible in this vehicle and I get to drive across the desert doing 90 miles an hour? I'm in. Yeah, I'm in. This will roll over and I'll be fine. I just have to brush the sand out of my mask. I'm in. Let me go. Let me do it. Show me how it works. Teach me to drive. I am fearless. I'll just do it. I used to watch a lot of NASCAR with my dad. Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, the racing the Mint. Yep. The Mint full Hyundai. T-Bone was talking about this in the meeting today. Fear and Loathing fans will be headed to Las Vegas this weekend. IndyCar is your number one racing pleasure. Stone Cold Steve Austin does one road racing, I think. I think you're right. I think he does sponsor one. Nice. Only question is the person they pay for whatever damage of the racetrack. That's what insurance is for, Don. Bro, have you been to the Indy? I have been to the Indianapolis 500, and I have the cold pit pass to prove it. At least I think I do. It might have accidentally got a box of my treasures accidentally got thrown out, I realized. Because when I was moving here, I opened a box here that was full of junk that was supposed to be thrown out. So I have a feeling I threw out the wrong box, which had my my cold pit pass in it. Yeah, I'm not too pleased. TomTom. Don, TomTom can be your you get a TomTom and then you download the Snoop Dogg voice and then Snoop Dogg can be your navigator. What up, Pat? Excuse me. Old stadium truck racing at the LA Coliseum. The LA Coliseum is right next to the new George Lucas Museum, which is also right next to the Natural History Museum in LA. So if you go to one, you can kind of go to all three and park in the same. What about Monster Jam? I've never been to a Monster Jam. I want to. I would. Oh, you would be a navigator. I'll get Pat to do it. I mean, listen, Don, if you want me to do it, I just thought Snoop Dogg would be cooler than me. Pat, are you down to do some off-roading? Some dune jumping? Monster Jam is expensive, right? It's probably all the insurance. There's been a string of accidents in monster truck exhibitions over the last couple of years. I remember back when I was young. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Snoop Dogg ain't got nothing on me, Don says. Bigfoot came to Buffalo and went off track and killed a guy when I was younger. And that was huge news. They actually had a picture on the front page of the sports section of the Buffalo News. And it showed like the guy in like the pit like running away from Bigfoot. And they're like, blah, 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 in this photo, trying to evade Bigfoot. And then you read the article and that guy died. So it was a photo of the guy running away right before he was killed by Bigfoot. Google it. It's real. It happened. You can Google Bigfoot kills a man in Buffalo. I remember $15 Saturdays when I was young, and now it's $150 nosebleeds. Sapporo says, I can remember not terribly long ago, they'd pretty much have commercials during hockey games begging people to go for like $15 or $20. The Monster Jam that was just here in LA was like $65 for the nosebleeds. If you wanted to be in the lower bowl, it was 3 figures. Jimmy used to be a big fan of Monster Truck. He was a big Gravedigger fan. Me, I was always big. Speaking of Bigfoot, I've actually, Mrs. the Breaker and I, and by extension Jimmy, got to actually climb all over Bigfoot, the monster truck. And not, there's obviously there's many Bigfoot trucks. The one that we got to climb over was the one that was used in the movie Roadhouse. 100% true story. That Bigfoot that was in the movie Roadhouse is in Florida at an amusement park. That is true. That is the same night that I got on the tallest sky coaster in the world, not knowing it was the tallest sky coaster in the world. And mind you, I'm afraid of heights, and the best way to get over being afraid of heights is to subject yourself to heights. I didn't know it was 300 feet that I would be raised. It doesn't look so tall when you're standing next to it, but when you are raised 300 feet in the air in Florida, which is a nearly completely flat state, and you can gosh darn nearly see the coast on both sides of you, you realize you're really high. It was so high that I was getting lightheaded because the blood was all rushing to my head from being pulled so high. How high was it? It was 300 feet. I believe, hold on, I'll pull it up. I believe it was 300 feet. It's the tallest sky coaster in the world. And it's the tallest one by a lot, by the way. Here. Boop. That's it. 300 feet. It is the tallest by a wide margin. The next closest is 251. Yeah. That's really, I don't think you understand how high 300 feet is. It was high. There's a video of me doing it. Mrs. the Breaker. Next time, if any of you get to see Mrs. the Breaker, ask her to see the video of me on the world's tallest sky coaster. That's it. That's the one. You went to a gravedigger's home in North Carolina? Nice. Yeah, share the video. Or we're sending more cards home for Jimmy. I like it. Yep. Fun fact, this place right here, America's Fun Spot, has one of those drop. No, that's not it. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. That's the. You can't see it. It's too big for the photo. It had a guy die there a couple. Your kid die there a couple years ago. Fell out of one of the things that goes up, shoots up and down. Yeah, not good. Totally not alive anymore. I believe all you hear is me screaming. I believe you're correct. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. It's Bourbon. Hey, Bourbon. You know, Bourbon, I was going to text you the other day to see if you were still alive, and I didn't. But I want you to know I thought about it, which in essence means I thought about you. Yeah. I think I even said it to Melissa. Hey, I should text Bourbon, see how he's doing. Or maybe she said, have you heard from Bourbon lately? I think that, you know what? I think that is how it happened. Hey, have you heard from Bourbon lately? Oh man, you know, I don't know. I should probably text him. In my defense, Bourbon, if you've been watching the shows, you know how insanely busy I've been the last 14 days. That last 21 days, it has been a lot more. Oh God, DJ Moore got traded and Bourbon has Josh Allen. Yeah, I know. I know. But I still got Cook. Yeah, that's not how the conversation came up. Actually, I need to get, listen, folks, I know we voted not to drink the bourbon, because of how special it is, but I feel like if bourbon is here, I should drink this, but I could just do the very little tequila we have left. You know what? It's a tequila night. It's Friday. This is the last remnants of the tequila we got from Crystal and Juan. No, I do not believe the Mexican moonshine is here.
Good, have a drink. Got it. A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
Thanks, Don. I needed that. It is in the trunk, and unfortunately, I'm in the studio. Now, listen, folks. Listen. There's a very good chance I'm never going to take another shot of the Mexican moonshine. I can tell you there is a near zero chance. That has been sitting in the trunk of a black car in the sun for 3 weeks now. So not only does it have bits of scorpion breaking off in it, it has now been heated to probably 100 degrees over the course of multiple days and then chilled to probably around 50 at night. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It is probably not something that is consumable by humans at this point. I've not taken it out of the trunk because I'm afraid. I am afraid to take it out of the trunk. I am not afraid to drink this. Siete Leguas. Toxic drinking will make you Toxic Adventure. I would love to be the Toxic Adventure. Do I get a mop? There's nothing better than room temperature tequila. Well, Jiminy Crickets. Hey, honey, can Bourbon come live with us? I swear he's housebroken. It's gonna be like Chunk and Sloth. You're gonna live with us now. I love you, Bourbon. Oh, I'm sorry you had a bad month. Okay. Do you like cats? There you go. Here's the answer. I'll be back. I gotta get a drink. I agree. I agree, Bourbon. I agree with that last sentiment 100%. Bourbon and DC, y'all would be 2/4 the Golden Gals, talking 50 hours, 10 days a week, causing mischief. Hellbolt, you can join. I'm the oldest, so I guess that makes me what's her name? Bourbon would be Betty White's character. Hellbolt, would you be the B. Arthur or would you be the slutty one? I'd like to think Hellbolt would be the slutty one. out there sowing Golden Girl seeds. Yeah, I love cats. I'm allergic to them. And ours are long-haired, so that'll work out great. That'll be fun. That would definitely be the saucy one. I concur. Saucy. Yeah, nothing beats room temperature tequila. All the flavor is there. Freezing it, putting it in the freezer just kills all the flavor. The goal is to defend bourbon. Anyways, you did a good job. Speaking of good job, bourbon, I know you don't collect cards anymore, but man, did we have fun yesterday. We managed to open 2 boxes of this football leaf stuff, and some of the most unknown human beings on the planet's autographs were in there. There were 2 good autographs out of those 2 boxes, and the other 10 were terrible. Malkin only got 5 games. See, I didn't see what got handed down. Yeah, the Jalen and the tie was pretty dope. Yeah, Malkin, and is he going to probably appeal it too? Next time would be like 40. I don't doubt it. It was vicious. He said he saw it. He watched it. He saw the double butt. I got home late last night, so I did not drop that off to Hector. I mean, I didn't know if you wanted me to announce it to the public, Bourbon. I could tell the entire world that you are the new face of what is it, the Trump Hotel in Gaza, that Bourbon signed on to be the spokesman for the new Donald Trump, Jared Kushner beachfront hotel they're putting up in Gaza. Speaking of Gaza, anybody watching, so there's a Twitch streamer. His name is Agenda Free TV. I'm going to plug him because he is nonpartisan. If you are on the left, right, or center, you can watch his stream. He purposefully only states facts. He does not take sides. He does not copy opinion. He only shows you what is going on. His name is Steve. Very nice guy. And he just reports what's actually happening. No conjecture. No, no taking sides. As a matter of fact, if you take sides, they mute you in their chat and ban you from their chat. It is a neutral reporting of world events, not just U.S. events. And he live streams at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is about 3 o'clock in Beirut. And he was live streaming the firefight, multiple firefights that were happening in Beirut. I was watching War on the Internet today because apparently Lebanon is now in a firefight, or more specifically, they're allegedly attacking Hezbollah, which we don't know if that's true. We just know there's a whole bunch of explosions, a lot of fire, and nonstop guns and bullets being heard on the live stream and explosions being seen. So it is interesting to they at Vietnam, they said, war live on TV. And we're getting, whenever this World War III is, live on the internet. All you got to do is tune in. Very interesting. But no, Agenda Free TV, if you get an opportunity, Agenda Free TV. All one word, Agenda Free TV. Very nice guy. Definitely non-biased. Definitely does not take sides. If somebody takes sides in the chat, they get it blocked and warned. Like, it is, You can't just go in there and, poo on people. You can give opinion, but you can't make accusations. But Steve is, listen, no offense to Steve. He's surely a nice guy. He doesn't look like somebody that you would expect to be just a newscaster. Like, I think this guy's doing it because he feels like he's the only one that can. When he is covering things, he is very trepidatious to say things until he has it confirmed. He does pay Reuters to get direct feeds. He pays, I believe he has a subscription to Associated Press as well. He actually puts money into buying legally the feeds to show on the channel so that you can get an unfiltered, uncommented view of things that are happening both in the world and in the United States. He does not subscribe to CNN or NBC or ABC or OWN or America First or whatever the heck all the other ones are called. He buys the stream, the actual camera stream live without any overlays and no commentators but himself. So he lives in Atlanta, and you've been a fan for 6 years. Good. Yeah, no, he's good. It is very good non-biased stuff. Yeah. He used to be a reporter, didn't like how they did things, so he just went out on his own. See, that's even better. It's even better. I like seeing him get flustered. He gets excited when things happen. He's like, oh my God, this is happening, this is happening. It's like, Steve, you're so cute, buddy. I like you get so excited. Like, oh my God, this is happening. It's like, we're watching too, buddy. I like your enthusiasm. But no, he's good. He is a good guy. He is one of the few channels I've ever donated bits to. When I got bits from all of my streaming, he's one of the people that I would shoot bits at because he deserves it. Trying to see if I can get a There Will Be Blood started. I don't think we're going to have enough players for it. I owe an apology to Blind Cat of Blind Cat Studios. I had mentioned two things. It's actually a two-sided story. I was talking about Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, and I was saying that it was like here and Aldi was here. I've gone back there a couple of times, and I actually have to change my thought. I love bourbon. I went back a couple of times because I was like, I want to go back there and I want to see. They had these. So first of all, I have an endorsement to make too. Unpaid endorsement. Grocery Outlet is closing a gaggle of stores, and they won't tell you which ones they're closing either, which is scary. Ours is in a well-to-do neighborhood, so I think that one's probably going to stay because it always had tons of people in it. I imagine they're doing well. All right, folks. Do you see this right here? This item, Lenny and Larry's Cookified Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough Bar. It is a plant-based protein bar. It is non-GMO. It is gluten-free if you are allergic to the gluten. It's got a bunch of stuff in there. You know I love my pea protein. This is one of the most delicious things I have ever placed in my mouth for the purpose of adding protein to my body. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I used to lift regularly. I used to practice MMA. I used to do multiple sports. I used to, and Mrs. the Breaker will tell you this is a true story. I'm not trying to brag because this was me 15 years ago. I used to be jacked. I was 190 pounds of just absolute muscle. So I have had a lot of protein in my life. I have had a lot of other things much stronger than protein in my life too. This was Max Crosby is a Raven. Oh, that sucks for the Bills. We'll have to see him in the playoffs. I think we play the Ravens this year too during the season. That'll be interesting. It was a trade though, right? That had to go at least one first, right? Hellbolt, I need the deets on that trade. This thing right here, so freaking delicious. And these are so expensive unless you go to grocery outlet bargain market. They were $3 for a box. They are like $8 everywhere else. This thing, I have one left. I don't want to eat it because it'll be the last one and it'll be gone. Not great for the Steelers either. That's true, Don. Well, you guys need a quarterback before you can worry about your quarterback getting hurt. So there's the good news, Don. So yeah, I got that, and I got those, and they were delicious. And then I got one of these for me, and I got one of these for Mrs. the Breaker. Variations of these that you may know, the Kingsmen, they're usually called. They are just a nice butter biscuit with some chocolate on top. This entire tub, which is 24 packets, each packet has 2 cookies, so just shy of 50 cookies. This entire tub, this tub right here, this tub was 97 cents. I'm going to repeat that. It was 97 cents. So I bought 2 of them. 97, not even $1. This, a 26-27 first round draft pick. Okay, so this year's first. Or is it 26 and 27 draft pick? Probably just this year's, the 26-27. Yeah. Now, granted, they expire next month. Don't worry. They will be eaten before next month. That is actually not a correct. This expiration is wrong because if you look right here, they actually are good until April 9th. This is incorrect. The label on the bucket is wrong. The label on there is April 9th, and all of them say April 9th. Oh, 2 years. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like, yeah. 2 firsts for Max Crosby sounds about correct. I don't like Matt Crosby as a human being, but as a football player, he's a damn fine football player. And a man of that caliber is 2 firsts. So yeah, I have a better opinion. Oh, and My favorite polar, which I can't find anywhere, the old pink apple and lemon, that is also there. So I bought 2 of these. And those were only $3.29 each. Yeah, you want to know?
Get me to have a drink, Lily.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
Thanks, Don. I needed that. I had a long conversation with Paul today, and it made me realize that I need to call Paul every day because it was great. Conversations with Paul are, you never know where the conversations are going to go. If I'm drinking, you need to drink. Well, I mean, it's water. It's good for you. You should be drinking water. What else do I have? It's water. I'm going up for my notes. I don't have anything else. Excuse me. Yeah, that's it. That is all of my notes from the meeting. There's 2 items on here I can't talk about yet. The Daniel Gonzalez pieces that he posted in the Discord. Somebody has called dibs on the Supergirl. The Zatanna has already been sold. The Thanos is on hold. So really, the only things that will be available are going to be the really good Vampirella, as well as the absolutely stunning Dazzler. That Dazzler will probably be the first thing to sell at WonderCon if somebody does not claim it before we open the booth. Unbelievable paintings. Love you, Hubble. Take care. Good. Yeah, I guess that. What channel are they in? Oh, Discord. Oh, Carlos, that reminds me, I got to talk to you on camera. Crystal's going to meet Stephanie McMahon. That's amazing. People give her crap, but she was an integral part of that show. I'm pretty sure he posted them. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. Maybe only I know. Oh, not on Discord. He posted them on his Instagram. That's where it is. He posted them on his Instagram. Womp womp. What up, Chef? To sign a trash bag? Oy vey. Let me see if I can do this without giving you Daniel Gonzalez's phone number. All right. This is the Vampirella. This is the absolutely stunning Dazzler. Look at the brushstrokes on this painting. Holy Toledo. I'm not going to lie. I want this. I want this. I love heavy intentional brushstrokes. That's Daniel Gonzalez, Bourbon. He will be at WonderCon. Hola, moment. Head moment. Yeah, if I can ever get my X23 out of CGC, I would probably trade the X23 for that Dazzler. Oh, this stuff is so good. I'm getting the Catwoman graded at WonderCon in 3 weeks. I'm hoping this time they don't screw it up. Bourbon, you can. I'd have to give you our new address. It's not for 3 weeks, so as long as you can get it to me in 3 weeks, I can add it to an order. But only Daniel Gonzalez stuff, because we're going to have him on hand. We're only grading Daniel Gonzalez's stuff. I don't have a migraine per se. I do have a little bit of a headache, which probably means I need more alcohol. Listen. The strangest thing has been happening, and it's happened 2 days in a row. I have been tired in my dreams. I have been tired in my dreams. And then I'll wake up tired, even though I had slept 8 hours. In my dream, I'm exhausted. And I wake up and it's like, oh man, I'm exhausted. It is awful. Sapphoros, thank you. And I tried to Google, because Dr. Google knows everything. He's probably killed more people than, never mind. And even Google's like, man, I don't know what that is. That's weird. You're tired in your dreams. It has been my sleep has been unrestful, not because it's been bad sleep, but because in my dream, and I've had dreams 2 nights in a row now, I've been exhausted in my dream, just tired in my dream. Man, I'm tired. One of the dreams I had 2 days ago, I was telling Mrs. The Breaker about this. 2 days ago, I had a dream. And I was running through the night trying to get a stolen car back. I know, it's ridiculous. And I had James with me, so I'm protecting James during this. And finally I get the car back at 5 in the dream, it's 5 in the morning. The sun is coming up. And I'm exhausted. It reminded me when I worked in the bar industry. And the bars in New York, in Buffalo specifically, are open till 4 a.m. Last call is at 3:45. We don't get out of the bars until 5:30 when you're done cleaning them. This is true. And what kind of car? It was my car. It was my actual car that I currently have. It wasn't Eleanor or anything. And I remember walking out of my nightclub and the sun is coming up and people are getting to work thinking, God, I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed. That is how I felt in my dream. It was 5 o'clock in my dream. I finally got my car back and I'm driving home with James and I'm thinking, I am so tired. I just can't wait to go home and go to bed. And then I woke up and immediately my brain was I'm so tired. I can't wait to go to bed. And it's you idiot. You're gotta go drive your son to school. Day started. Let's go. Let's do this. And then last night I went to bed and I can't remember the dreams, but I remember in the dream thinking, man, I am so tired right now. And then waking up and going, are you kidding me? I did not sleep, but I did sleep. I slept for about 8 hours. But my brain was convinced that I didn't sleep. I'm concerned I have some, if this happens again tonight, I am going to call a doctor and be hey, my sleep is not actually sleeping. I'm tired in my sleep. This could be very bad. So hopefully tonight, I might take some melatonin tonight. Might take 2 milligrams of melatonin. And see if that kind of breaks that cycle. But yeah, 2 nights in a row, my literal dreams, I'm telling myself, man, I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey, Money Mitch, how are you doing? So tonight will probably be a melatonin night, and hopefully I can break this streak. Good. We're just talking about dreams. That's all. Tonight isn't sumo. I think tonight is just the opening ceremony. Sumo officially, the matches start tomorrow, I believe. Yep, because I'm looking at the channels and none of the channels are on. So tonight would be the opening ceremony. Tomorrow would be the first match. Dreaming about being tired. Oh, actually, no, tomorrow is the ceremony. Sunday is the first match. But they did announce, ooh, Melissa. They announced the day one matches. Oh, Makuuchi division. Whoa. Day one, Kotozakura versus Yoshino Fuji. Aya Nishiki is going to take on Wakamoto Haru, with Wakataka Kage opening up against Ono Sato, and Hoshoryu versus Atami Fuji. Oh my goodness! Oh, those last 4 matches do not disappoint. Atami Fuji just got promoted to Komusubi, which is the 4th highest rank. It goes Komusugi, Megashira, Ozeki, and then Yokozuna. I'm sorry, Sekewaki, Ozeki, then Yokozuna. And they got the new Komusubi taking on the Yokozuna Hoshoryu. That is crazy. Congratulations on your promotion. Fight the Yokozuna. That's how that went. Day 2 is also been drawn. Onosato, oh my God, Atami Fuji starting off against both Yokozunas. Horshoryu's going against Wakataka Kage. Aya Nishiki gets Yoshino Fuji, and Kotozakura gets Wakamoto Haru. Oh, they are absolutely starting these 2 days off with bangers. Oh, man, it's exciting. I love sumo. If I was ever given a big lump of money over $1,000, I would spend half of it on sumo cards without hesitation. I would be like here is $1,100. Like, oh, give me 5 boxes of sumo cards, and the other $600 will be for snacks while I open sumo cards. True story. You know, Mrs. the Breaker, we need to go to Yamoshira and open sumo cards at the palace. How about sushi now? All right, folks, last call. I'll have the steak. Yeah. Is Jimmy going to be up when I get home? Jimmy went to bed early yesterday. I went home, he was in bed. We had a late night last night, didn't we? We were on for almost 3 hours. Ugh. All right. Oh, let's just get out of here. He said yes? Okay. Do we want music or art? Getting excited for the end of the month? Absolutely. I have Sumo that then transitions directly in to con mode. So yeah, this is a great month. We are doing Revolution. Yes, sir. I need to save money because I need the cast of Battlestar Galactica to sign my Blu-ray, Ultimate Blu-ray edition. But individually, to get all of them to sign was like $600. And I don't have $600. And this wouldn't be a resale item. This would be like, could you make it out to DC? Could you make it out to David? Yeah. NECA Super Shredder? Yeah. Oroko Saki. All right, I think we are going to I don't know who we're going to raid. There's Donkey Sean, there's Waltering, there's Squatting Cat, there's MC, there's Art by Carlos, there's Agenda Free TV. There's so much we could raid off to. Or we could just not raid anybody and say goodnight. Oh, spicy. Or I could fall asleep on camera and people could I could go viral for falling asleep on camera. And then when I wake up, like 3,000 people will be there waiting for me to wake up. And that would be one way of advertising. Hey, Jimmy! don't want to engage with anyone right now. I want to engage with you guys. I don't want to engage with anybody that I raid you to. So who could I raid that would require the least amount of engagement? Jimmy, you like Donkey Sean because he swears all the time. That Jimmy, LL Cool Jimmy C, the reason you want Donkey Sean is because he swears. Yeah, no, you do not. Yes. He's got a potty mouth, and you're like, give me the guy with the poopy mouth. You're just saying that because Pinion Paint isn't live. Oh. Bro, I'm your dad. Bro, hey bro, what's up, bro? I'm your dad, bro. When you get home, when I get home, I'm gonna tickle you until you poo. Oh man. Oh, Bourbon, he has slipped up a couple of times. And then he has outright, like the one time we were riding the Matterhorn at Disney, and he's like, "Can I swear?" And I was like, "Go for it, Jimmy." He goes, "Oh, word." And I was like, "Okay." And then like the next time he's like, "Can I swear?" I'm like, "No." And he did it anyway. And I'm like, "Hey, wait a minute." He said no. And there's been a couple of times where he like will start to say the word and look at us like, "Do you think I'm going to finish it?" Burp. Excuse me. Yeah, but it was a different thing, Mrs. The Breaker. It wasn't that same one. He says, "Mother trucker." Well, listen, I mean, this is normal childhood development. No, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He is. We're lucky. Even like, so, as you know, and this is things we've talked about. So this is not news. Like, we've had different specialists come in to kind of help with aspects of, parenting anyone that is autistic. And like, we are now basically graduating all of those classes, courses, and things. And we had two people from Easter Seals come in and literally be like, "You're good parents. Like, you guys are doing great. He is doing great. He is very well adjusted. He is a good kid. And you both are doing great as parents. And we don't need to help you anymore." And it's just like, wow. To have somebody outside of our realm of love, our friends, our family, professionals that deal with childhood and adult behavior, go out of their way to say, "Hey, you're good parents. You're doing good. You don't need us anymore." It was like, "So you're breaking up with me?" They're like, "Yeah." We're like, "Can we have one more hangout?" They're like, "Yeah, we'll schedule one more so we can hang out." We had to do a slow breakup. We're like, "You can't," because they were going to leave like this week. They're like, "All right, we're done. You don't need us anymore." And we were like, "No, can we do one more?" And they're like, "Yeah, we can do one more." I'm like, "Yay." So they're coming over next week. I think we're just going to hang out. I think we're just going to talk. But it is, I mean, we have graduated from multiple things now, and James is doesn't have much extracurricular meetings anymore. So I say that because James is a good kid. Every kid that is 10, gonna be 11 this year, this is the time where they start to push us as parents, and they kind of do their things, and you know, puberty and chest hair is right around the corner, so he's good. I just said goodbye to a 7-year client. We both cried. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, you get attached. Yep. So, listen, I may be an unconventional father, but according to trained professionals, Mrs. the Breaker and I are doing a great job. So, yeah. Jimmy has a lot of freedoms the average kid doesn't get, because I am of the mentality you got to let your kid experience life. Thanks, Bourbon. I love you, man. And I love you for real. It's I don't want you to, you know, raise your child because of what I said. But I know a bunch of you watching have young kids. And even the professionals said, you know, it's okay to let your kid experience life. It's okay to let them, you know, walk from the curb to the school. You don't have to walk them into the school. It's okay to, you know, let a kid experience life. I experienced a little too much of life. I was a latchkey kid. I was effectively on my own for many hours a day, every day in the 80s, because that's what happens when you have teen parents. And I know that I experienced way too much of life on my own. Yes, Mrs. Breaker and I had different childhoods. I was literally raised by the streets, and I know it sounds stupid because I'm a white guy to say that like I'm all gangster, but I was raised literally by the streets. I got home from school. I left school. Nobody was there. Yeah, street hood. Nobody was there when I got home, so I put my book bag down. I went out and I played street hockey in the street. I played football in the street. Me and my friends got together and we went block to block, hanging out at houses and playing hide and go seek and stuff. I didn't have very many rules growing up. And I know that my childhood was a little loose. And on the flip side, Mrs. the Breaker had a very different childhood. And I want Jim to have a happy medium between the safety that Mrs. the Breaker had and the buck wild, craziness that I had. So, we have a lot of conversations, DC. You know, I love you and your family. I forget that I'm an expert at what I do, but my degen takes over. You are an expert. It's true. It's going to give kids some independence so they can learn for themselves. It's right. And the key thing is in a safe way. So, but yeah, we've been, it has been, when she said that, and it was two of them, we had two specialists at the same time that would see us. It was our, for lack of a better term, case worker. Not that James is a case, but for lack of a better term. And her manager and her supervisor, the person that managed her, would come with her to almost every single one of the visits to our house. And we would just talk and learn and laugh and have a good time. But, for those two people that have more degrees than I'll ever earn, say, you guys are doing fine. Like, you don't need us anymore. It's like, oh, wow. Somebody from outside the circle says we're doing good. So we must be doing good. Because by all means, we pay them to be there. If they had any inkling that they could continue getting paid from us, like, you guys pay me, so I'll be here. No, they're like, yeah, stop paying us. Stop giving us your money. You don't need to give us your money anymore. You're good. So that when somebody you're paying says that you don't need them anymore, then you know it's real. You got to shoot stuff off of a Navy ship. That's worth more than any degree. Man, the experience I got in the Navy are definitely worth a degree. There should be like a designated, like if you were in the military for 1 year, it should be like an associate's. If you were in for 3 years, a bachelor's, and 6 years, a master's in something. All they gave me when I got out of the Navy was physical education credit. I swear to God. I swear to God. I went to college outside of the Navy, and they're like, "Oh, let's see your DD-214, all the stuff you did, all my ribbons, all my medals were on there." And they're like, "Oh, we can give you 3 credits of gym, physical education." I'm like, I get 3 whole credits of physical education for my A school? Really? Thanks. All right, folks, let's get out of here. I just don't know who I want to raid you guys to. I just don't want to talk to anybody but y'all. Somebody buy something and I'll have to go. Just kidding. Don't buy anything. Ooh, maybe we could throw a curve. Does anybody like Mystery Science Theater 3000? I don't have to talk to them if I take you there. Bourbon's like, yeah, that's actually the best. Try to see what episode they're on currently. We are gonna raid Mystery Science Theater 3000 only because it is a kaiju film. Oh, it is a kaiju film. Yeah, that's a happy accident. Yup. Folks, it's a kaiju film. Gamera versus Zigra. This is good right here. I'm happy with this. Folks, listen, I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again next week. Next week, we are going to be sumo. All night long, I will be talking about sumo all day. I will be watching sumo all night. It is going to be so good. Take care, be safe. I love you all. And you know what? Let's enjoy some Mystery Science Theater 3000. Let's take a moment to watch people overdub bad films and laugh heartily. Take care, everybody.